Hello and welcome to the August 2019 channel update with me, BringItDon. Same formula as always, current content, future content, and general news towards the end. So first up, the games that I'm currently Let's Playing are Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition, Under Rail with the Expedition DLC, and I am still working on the Titan Quest series. I know I haven't uploaded that in a couple of weeks, and I apologize. My weekends have been very busy, and that's when I record and upload those videos, or on the weekends. That should be coming back the day that I upload this, so you guys have that to look forward to. As far as future content goes, it's going to be a while before I start a new Let's Play because both Pathfinder and Under Rail are longer games, and I wouldn't be surprised if they take me until at least late September, early October before I finish them. But whichever one I finish first, I do want to jump into the Mutant Year Zero DLC that was just released, Seeds of Evil. So that'll probably be the next Let's Play that I start. I still have my ear to the ground regarding Biomutant, but there's been no news about no updates on their release date yet. So, yeah, I don't know when that's going to happen. I was trying to stick to shorter Let's Plays until it was announced, but with the release of the Under Rail DLC, I said, screw it, let's just play Under Rail, and that's what I'm doing. So no new content for a while. I'll make sure to update that in the next channel update if anything changes. So on to the general news. First off, not only did I hit 1,000 subscribers, I went past 1,000 subscribers. As of this recording, I'm sitting at 1,003 subscribers, which is beyond what I was expecting. My goal was 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I beat it by 4 months, which is just phenomenal. And I have you guys to thank for that, and I do appreciate your viewing, your subscribing, really any sort of interaction on the channel. You guys are awesome. And for the most part, all the comments have been fantastic. My community is awesome. You guys rock. And I enjoy responding to everybody's comments. But now that I'm in the big leagues, I'm going to let all my fame and fortune go to my head. I don't know what the big YouTubers, what sort of scandals they get into. I need to look into that so I can start getting involved in those scandals as well. But there's no reason for me to worry about that right now. I'm sure that I'll find the scandal for me in due time. Anyway, back to the comments. YouTube has had this nasty habit lately of putting people's comments into the spam or held for review sections. And when YouTube does that, I don't always get notified of the comment, so I may not respond in a reasonable amount of time. Now I check those regularly now. It used to be like a comment would be sitting there for like 3 months and I wouldn't know because I don't usually check it. But as I get more and more comments, that happens more and more often. So I do have to go through and manually okay those comments to appear on the video and for me to respond to them. So I apologize if I don't respond in a reasonable amount of time. That is out of my hands. But for the most part, the comments I get are good. I get good comments. They're nice. They're not toxic. But this past month, I did get my first toxic comment. It was actually within this past week, and I'm going to read it verbatim. Now, granted, it was in Polish. I think it was Polish. According to Google, it was in Polish. And I had to use Google Translate to translate it because I don't speak Polish. And since Polish isn't a romantic language, I have no idea how to decipher it. And I know Google Translate doesn't take like conjugations or other things into account, and it translates it literally. So it may not make a lot of sense. But from my understanding, the comment was pretty toxic. So excuse my language. I'm going to read it verbatim, and it's a little vulgar. So this is it, starting with quote. So quote, terribly Presurian style of the game you have. Fly with this cursor like fucked. How would you be mentally broken? Problems with concentration. It's up to the doctor. It's really hard to watch. I'll admit the pissed off style. End quote. So I don't know. I think he's calling me simple-minded. I don't know what Presurian is. Pisuran. I Google it. Nothing comes up. But he called me, I guess, mentally broken, and that I couldn't concentrate, and that it's up to the doctor because he asked if I was mentally broken. Yeah. Anyway, that was in my Druidstone video, the first Druidstone video, and I have no idea what he was actually getting at. I went and removed the comment because it was toxic. I told him to watch his mouth. even with toxic comments like that, I will give them 2 chances. If he comes back and puts another comment like that, I'll block him from commenting on my channel because I don't want to encourage toxicity on my channel. My channel is here to share the passion of gaming. That's what we're here for. It should be a place for people to come and share their opinions about the game I'm playing, but in a civil manner. If you're not civil, don't expect to continue to comment on my channel. But yeah, that's it as far as comments go. I thought I laughed really hard at that comment. The literal translation of it. Again, I couldn't read the Polish. But anyway, I am starting school soon, this month, and I'm taking on a little bit extra workload at school. So my schedule might change. I don't expect it to, but I might have to cut down to 1 Let's Play instead of 2. But I will finish my current Let's Plays before I even consider cutting down on my Let's Plays. If I have to, I can always pre-record, because right now I do record every day. So basically everything you get is live minus a couple of hours. So just keep that in mind. And then last up, as always, Patreon. If you're interested in supporting me beyond what YouTube allows, you can check out my Patreon. And if you are a patron, there's a couple perks, I guess. If you're a patron and I'm playing a game where I can, like, say XCOM, where you can name characters, patrons will get first dibs. So it's patrons, and then it's, first come, first serve, and then, whatever else. But patrons will get first call on character names and things like that. And I've been thinking about starting a D&D group through like Discord and using like Tabletop Simulator or something via Steam. And patrons will get, again, first call on playing that D&D game if you're interested. I'm going to work on other perks. I haven't decided how I'm going to handle it yet. But yeah, if you really like the content and you want to continue to support me, Patreon is the way to go. And that also helped me maintain hardware and continue to buy games as they come out, or DLCs for games that I've already played. Because I am a full-time student, so I'm not made of money, and gaming can be a pretty expensive hobby. So I do appreciate it. It goes a long way. And I do want to make clear that I will never hide or block any content behind a paywall. I don't believe in that. So if you can't support me through Patreon for whatever reason, you'll still have access to the same content that my patrons do, which may not sound very appealing to potential patrons. But I am trying to work on some non-content related perks for patrons, such as the D&D game I mentioned, and things like that. If you have any other suggestions, feel free to post them down in the comment section, because I'm still new to this. I'm trying to feel my way around and figure it out. And I still feel weird about self-advertising my Patreon like this. But I think the analogy I used in the last channel update is really good. So imagine a woodworker. He's taking his hobby. He enjoys making things out of wood, say like tables, vases, bowls, Christmas ornaments. And they take them to the market and try and sell them to make some money off of it, because they're trying to make something out of their hobby. That's what I'm trying to do as well. But self-promotion has always felt really weird to me. I've never liked it. I don't know, it's just I feel awkward doing it. But here I am. And you probably wouldn't be watching this channel update unless you enjoyed my content anyway, so I don't feel as bad about it. But I think that's it for this channel update. I'm going down my list and double checking. That looks like everything, so I'm going to call it here, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next Let's Play.